I don't know if this is allowed in this context, but I'd like to tell the story of how I proposed to Marcia.
This is a good story. Is this microphone?
That story was just wonderful, how you can prepared something and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. And then what are you going to do?
So who can be you, Mr. Billy?
How about Sarah be me?
Anyone else in the story?
Let me think. Oh, yes, there's that Amy let's Harvey be Marcia. Harvey be Marcia. Amy could be everybody else. So
How many other people were there? Well,
So here's the story. There's a little precondition, and I think you can ride with this, and you're just going to have to accept this. I was in a few relationships. It all went drastically wrong when I lived in the Netherlands. I moved to London in my younger years, and so this story takes place in London. By this time, I had decided that I was just going to be a single man, be better like that, because I didn't want to mess up any more lives as well as my own. And I thought, I'm just so happy being single. I can do whatever I like, go where I like, And I was quite sort of cool with that. And there was always people saying, oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. And there was all this flirting going on. And I always thought, I'm not in for it. I'm just going to stay single. I like it. Do my own thing. In the equation of the story is that I learned to put my ear to listen at sort of heaven's door. You learn a sort of a spiritual kind of connection where you receive messages that do not come from another human being. Because people push you around, you get all sorts of things, and there's your parents, and there's friends, and there's this, that, and the other. And that all leads to a whole bunch of confusion. But I learned to just sort of hear occasionally from heaven and think, that is amazing. And when a message like that comes through, it is very clear, it is very quiet, and it just feels totally right. It might be a little scary, but it feels right. So this is, I was just setting the scene. So here I am, we're running this theatre company in London. Marcia is in it. I am heading it up. And Marcia is really already kind of, the mother of the company, while I'm the dad of the company, sorting out all kinds of stuff. So really together we are running this company. But officially we are not anything. She's just in the company. There's 7 or 8 of us. And we're having a good time. And I brought over from the Netherlands a whole bunch of stuff, theatre gear, costumes. And among my costumes, believe it or not, was my grandfather's tailcoat in which he got married many years earlier. And somehow I picked up that tailcoat because I always loved costumes. And
is that the same as a coat with tails?
A coat with tails. A coat with tails. The Brits would call it a tailcoat, perhaps.
So
whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. You know what I mean. It's sort of the kind of coats they wear at concerts or tuxedo, this kind of thing. It was black, and with it was a tall hat, and it fitted me perfectly, and white gloves, and so on. And one Friday afternoon, we finished work with the company. Everybody was sort of leaving the building where we'd been rehearsing and working, whatever. And I'm just putting costumes away, and all of a sudden I see this coat, and it speaks to me, or it says, try me on. So I put it on, and I look at myself in the mirror, and I think, wow, it fits perfectly. And I look at the label, and it was made in Amsterdam years ago, and I knew it was my grandfather's. And I just sort of dwelled on that a little bit. And then I hear the Spirit say, ask Marcia to marry you. And I go like, what? Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not going to be married to nobody. And I'm kind of struggling with this for a little while. But the word had come through loud and clear. It was just no denying it. And you can try and walk away from it, but whatever. But honestly, I had not thought of it. It was not on my mind. And so lo and behold, Marcia's still in the building, and she and I are the last to leave. And it's Friday afternoon. She's going to go to her own room somewhere in London. I live somewhere else. And, as soon as she walks out the building, she'll say, well, have a great evening, Willem. Willem was Billy. And that'd be it. So as we walk out the door, I say to Marcia, you fancy going to the local bar or the pub or just go and have a drink of some kind? Which we never do. That was just never done in those days. Marcia says, sure. So here we go, and we head for a place that's called the King's Head. The King's Head. There's London for you. Yeah. You see the King's Head sitting there on top of the building, the King's Head. And it's a typical bar, but beautifully done, sort of London style, big and carpets and plenty of beer and everything else. So we walk in, and unbeknownst to me, but I hear from Marcia later, her favorite Rod Stewart song is playing. And what's the title of the song again? You Are My...
Well, I don't know what the title was, but this was a song that I had as a meditation song to Jesus. And I had recently gotten saved, very recently, and I was totally in love with Jesus. And the lyrics were this: you're in my heart, you're in my soul, you'll be my prayer till I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend, you're in my soul, you're in my heart, you're in my soul, you'll be my prayer. It was playing on the jukebox in the King's Head.
Now, I didn't know any of that. I just heard the song, but I didn't pay any attention. So in my sort of typical style, I say to Marcia, well, shall I get you something to drink? Yeah, what would you like? And then I say, oh, by the way, would you like to marry me? Think about it while I go and get the drink.
No way!
So I'm off to the bar and get the drink. And I come back and give her the drink. I say, so, well, what do you think? And she says, yes. I said, are you sure?
Have you thought long enough?
Other side of the story.
What he didn't add was that I was in the conversation with him, telling him how I didn't trust men, and I had great difficulty with men. And like him deciding he was going to be single, I couldn't relate to half the human race, mainly men. And then I fell in love with Jesus, and I really needed healing. And so, we were having this relationship through the theater company, and God had engineered that we would, through our love of theater, that we could be comfortable with one another and become, Pa and Ma Flames, which was the name of the theater company. And so it was really quite a heavenly design. And here I was in tears saying, I don't trust men, da, 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 da. And then he says, will you marry me? And I'm like, what? I just thought it was so incredible. I have to say that I did already know that he was going to be my husband, but before he knew. But I also knew that God had said to him, you will be married in 1980. Do nothing about it. I will arrange it. He did tell you that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's... I became a Christian the year earlier, and I discovered that you can actually communicate with heaven. It's not just religion and sort of singing hymns and doing all that boring stuff, but you can actually communicate. You can ask a question and get an answer. That's what I discovered. And so I had a few questions, and because I'd been in too many broken relationships, my first question was, will I ever have a partner? Will I ever have a wife? And that was in the year 1979. And I very clearly heard heaven say, yes, you will be married next year, and you do nothing about it. It was that clear. And it struck me like, wow. And I wrote it down. That's what I heard, and I thought, yes, that's true. Or I can live with that, I can live with that. Do nothing about it. Because obviously I'd been way too active, messing up other people's lives.
So what was the thought? Oh, so Billy says, think about it, and saunters off to the bar. And then I heard the song on the jukebox, which was my meditation song to Jesus. And so I heard him say to me, I know you don't trust men. Do you trust me? And I said, yes, I do. And he said, okay, well, then trust me, I'm giving him to you. So even though you don't trust him, trust me. And so when he came back, I said, I'll marry you.
And that's the story.
What a wonderful story.
Title?
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me? Okay. Will you marry me? Let's watch.
I'm never getting married. Yeah, single man. Woo! I've got this. Gonna be single.
My heart's been broken too much. I'm gonna hold it, not give it. It's mine.
I've destroyed too many lives, so I'm just gonna rock and roll and do my own thing. Gonna go off to London now. Bring my box of costumes. I love the theater! Yeah.
I love the theater too.
Whoa. Who are you?
Marsha.
Wow!
And you.
I'm Willem.
Oh, well,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Quite the lady. Stranded in here. Wow. Well, welcome. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna be the pa of this theater.
Bye! Hey, make room, make room, make room. This is great. Oh man, I just love doing theater with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm from London as well. This is wonderful.
Great. It's so good that you're part of the theater production.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
This is
Okay. Okay. Here's a costume for you.
Oh yes, hello.
Costumes. Yes. All right. You get one too.
Where's my mic?
We always trip over the chords. No mics for rehearsal. Get up. All right. La la. Yes. All right. You stand here. Yes. Very good. All right. Very good. Very good. And then you. Yes. You just do your thing. Beautiful.
Just.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
I don't know. You guys are y'all are the parents.
Yes. Come on, bye. You gotta tell them we're a good team. We're a good team. Yeah. Running things. And then just here you go. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Wrap it up. Let's
call it a
good
night.
job. Good job.
All right, I'll
Good job,
let
team.
you clean up.
Yeah.
Your
I've got
parents
this.
here. Have a good night.
Good night.
Ho ho. Yeah. Oh, fits perfectly.
He doesn't know it.
Wow.
You need to ask Marcia to marry you.
What?
Take your time.
Okay. Well then, yes. Yes.
I told you this months ago, but I'm reiterating now. Billy is going to be your husband. So,
Willem?
Willem. Past, present, when you're God, these things just go. Willem.
Who am I to question Jesus?
So hey, do you wanna head to the pub and grab a drink?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. This is all right. The King's Head it is.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. Wow. Jeez. All right.
Oh, I don't.
Here, let me.
Where?
Yeah, let's grab a seat.
See? Yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Wonderful. Oh, actually, yeah. Do you want to just?
Just. This is good. Okay.
All right. Should I get you a drink?
Yeah.
And by the way, would you marry me? Think about it. I'll go grab it. Think about it. I'll be.
What good timing, huh? Wow. Remember how you don't trust men?
Yep. I remember that very well.
You trust me.
Yes. I love you. I'm healing. I'm healing, and you're helping me heal.
Okay, then
Helping me heal.
then you should say yes. I'm giving him to you. Okay. And just like I know it's kind of like noisy in here, and like I'm right there, but like listen to the jukebox that like our song is on. And I'm not gonna sing it to you because you know I have a terrible singing voice, but just like listen to Rod.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave you two alone. Enjoy the G&T. All right, here's this. So what do you say?
Yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Yeah, cheers, yeah!
And this is my heart. It's for you.
I will cherish it and protect it forever.
Thanks.
Wow.